Hi everyone. On April 26th, I'm going to be in Exeter doing a full-day session on machine learning. This session will be focusing on how to take a model from idea all the way to production using Docker, container registries, Python, Kubernetes and Microsoft Azure. Now I interview a lot of machine learning candidates and I often ask them to tell me a little bit about a machine learning project that they were really happy with. And they can talk about all these great machine learning projects they worked on and how they implemented these great projects and the great outcomes that these produced. However, I always follow this up with a second question, which is, okay, well, how did you take that model and get it into production so that you could really start achieving some return on investment? And it's at this point that they start getting a little bit hazy. And that's because most machine learning developers, machine learning engineers, aren't getting their models into production. And that's not because they're not competent, but it's because it's actually really hard. And so on the 26th of April in Exeter, I want to try and make that a little bit easier for you. So we're going to start off by building a model in Python. So don't worry if you've never looked at machine learning before. We'll start off simple, we'll go through the basics and we'll build out a machine learning project to try and predict the price of some houses, but we'll do it together. We'll then take that code, we'll look to make it so that we can run it. So we're going to wrap it up in a web API so that we can have a nice interface to call it. And then we're going to look to try and containerize that in Docker so that we can handle our dependencies and we can produce something that we can deploy at scale. Then we're going to look to try and deploy that into the cloud. So we're going to use Azure Container Registries as somewhere that we're going to port our image to, and then we're going to use Kubernetes as a way to orchestrate this. So our day will go from nothing all the way to a model and having that model deployed into production. So I really hope that you'll come and you'll join me on April 26th in Exeter for machine learning from model to production. If you want to know more, have a look at Data in Devon or head over to my blog over at advancinganalytics.co.uk where you can read a lot more.